Namaste, Sastikal, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our practice today, we're going to continue with our festival of Diwali. It's normally spread out over 5 days. And so we opened this series with Lakshmi. And today we're going to focus on Hanuman and the story of Ram and Sita. And so we'll weave that into our practice today. So let's come into our Sukhasana, easy seat. And take a few moments here to arrive onto this island of tranquility, this island of safety, this island of calm. Think of your mat as a boat through rough seas. Closing your eyes, softening your gaze, steadying yourself here. Let's bring your hands into Prana Mudra. So curl in the ring a little finger and bring them to the tip of the thumb. Keep your index and middle finger extended, ring and little finger curled in, touching the tip of the thumb. And palms can be face down or palms face up on your lap. We're working with the qualities of Hanuman. Hanuman is the son of Vayu, the wind god. The element we'll be drawing upon is wind, air, Vayu. So the Prana Mudra is connected to this life invigorating, vital force that runs through us, that lifts our spirits, that directs us, draws us forward. It's this upward moving, forward driving energy. And you often see portrayals of Hanuman with the heart open. The Anahata is the seat, the chakra most associated with the element of air, with Hanuman. So thinking about the qualities of loyalty, trust, faith, compassion. It's a heroic heart of Hanuman. Of his great friendship and loyalty to Ram, Sita, and Lakshman. His heroic courage in going into battle. His compassion for the story of Ram and Sita. Hanuman is often known as the monkey god. It is said that he had begun to learn to fly and had fallen to the earth and broke his jaw. We'll open our time by chanting Om, followed by our invocation of Hanuman, our mantra for today. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. The Bija sound Hum invoking the energy of Hanuman. Let's bring our palms together at the heart. Namaskar. Om. 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 Om Hum Harumate Namaha. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. Om. 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 Releasing your mudra. The pranayam that we're going to be drawing upon today is called Ujjayi pranayam. Ujjayi pranayam is ocean sounding or victory breath. Those are the sort of loose translations. And it is a constricted breath at the back of the throat. So let's practice this by bringing our palm in front of the face. Imagine that you are fogging up a mirror. And so open mouth, making a sound, a ha sound. So you can hear that sound of the ocean or the sound of the wind. Now, close your mouth. And when you exhale, you're going to make the same sound and have the same experience of that breath right at the back of the throat. In through the nose. So the breath comes out the nose, but it's a heavy breathing sound. In through the nose. So it's an audible breath. Sounds like Darth Vader. So this is a breath that you are invited to flow with during your practice. Take a moment here. We're going to start with Jai breathing. Jai breathing is victory breath. And this is where we sort of do this pumping breath, reaching up with our arms and then tucking in the elbows and curling in the fingers. So we want to be breathing into the sides of the rib cage. So imagine that the rib cage is like bellows. And so you're filling out the bellows and deflating them. So almost like when you see the bagpipes going, sort of pumping action here in the rib cage. So big, full-bodied breaths, and then out through the mouth or the nose as you wish. So let's start with our hands curled in, hands coming into Mushti Mudra here, this strength, that mudra of strength, elbows tucked into the rib cage. Take a breath in, hands reach up. It's just so, and into the chest. In and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. Big breaths. You don't have to do this quickly, but let's make it strong. Arms will begin to feel tired. 3, 2, 1. Hold the hands out in victory breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly curl in the hands to the ribcage. Take a moment here. Let's release the hands. Come back into equanimity here, back into balance. And then let's cross the elbows, left arm on top of the right arm, backs of hands together, or wrap the right fingertips onto the left palm, coming into Garudasana, eagle arms. Lift the elbows so they're sort of parallel to your shoulders. Also have the option of bringing your hands to your shoulders, my friends. We're opening up the back of the heart space now. So Hanuman is associated with the heart. Let's open up the back of the heart space here by folding forward. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Perhaps you create a mantra or affirmation in your home language. I am fearless in strength and love. My heart is courageous and heroic. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Inhale, rise up. Open out the arms. Interlace your hands behind your back into a yoga mudra, so a fist here. And then draw the hands down towards the earth. Lift the heart space, lift the gaze up towards the sky. Now opening up the front of the heart space. Lengthen the sternum. Widen across the collarbones. One more breath here. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Open out the arms. This time let's take the right elbow over the left. Backs of hands together or left fingertips onto the right palm or hands on shoulders, my friends. Lift the elbows. Take a few breaths here. Perhaps you connect with Ujjayi breath. This ocean sounding breath. Exhale to fold forward. Open up the back of the throat again. Back of the heart again, sorry, my friends. Inhale to rise up. Open out the arms. And let's interlace the fingers. Now this time let's swap the thumb so the other thumb is on top. This will make it feel like you're feel a bit unusual because you don't normally cross the thumb this way. Sometimes it feels like you might be missing a digit. It's a very strange sensation. Draw the hands towards the earth. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Opening up here. Anahata, the heart space. Visualize at the heart space here Ram, Sita, and Lakshman. Ram is said to be an incarnation of Vishnu. Sita is an incarnation of Parvati. Lifting the gaze. 3 breaths here. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. And then let's open out the hands, open out the arms. Reach up, bring your hands into Prana Mudra. So fold in the ring and little finger. Bring the tips to the thumb. Extend the index and middle finger, often known as the peace fingers. Reaching up, reaching forward, and reaching out. Up, parallel to the earth, open out. So you're opening out the wings here. So Hanuman often is known because he's a son of Vayu. Hanuman can fly across the ocean. He can fly across the land. These great leaps. One more time. Really opening out here. And then hands to the earth. Reach up and over with the left arm. Through center, up and over with the right arm. Twice more in each direction. Creating length and space here. And then back to center. When you've completed both sides, my friends, shake out your arms. Maybe shake out your wrists. Roll your shoulders back, roll them forward. Loosen everything up. And then let's come onto our knees, my friends. And if you wish to create some padding for your knees, we're moving into Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. So if you wish to create some padding for your knees here, place a folded blanket underneath the knees. You can roll up a blanket and place it on the inside of your ankles if it feels really uncomfortable there. And also you can place a cushion underneath your sit bones. So lots of options here to come into some comfort, this easy seat. But if this does not feel comfortable because you have knee stories, then go back into Sukhasana, my friends, or perhaps sit on a footstool or a bolster so that you have a little bit of support. So coming into Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose, draw in the navel, draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Again, create this lengthening of the sternum and this widening of the collarbones here. Inhale, reach up. Vajrasana, hands reaching up towards the sky in Prana Mudra. As you exhale, fold forward. Coming into child's pose here. Balasana. 3 breaths here. Engage your core, engage the heart. Inhale to rise up. Gentle back bend perhaps. Exhale to fold forward. So let's do this 3 times. Folding forward and rising up. And as you rise up, gentle heart opener, gentle back bend here. Make sure that you feel supported in your lower back. So only go as far as feels comfortable here. Some people have more space for back bends. Some people have less space. Exhale to Balasana. Inhale to rise up. So rising and falling. Take a moment and then let's come onto our knees. Extend the right leg long, tuck the toes. Perhaps you just want to stretch out that right knee for a moment. Pat the left knee if you wish, my friends, and let's step forward with the right foot. Coming into this low lunge here, Chitakasana. And when you're ready, my friends, let's rise up. Bring your hands to your right knee for a moment. Place your hands there. Lift the gaze. Options here, my friends, for your hands. You can keep your elbows tucked in, come into Prana Mudra, keep your hands tucked in. You can reach forward with your hands. You can reach up with your hands. So 3 locations for your arms. Tucked into the ribs, reaching forward so it's parallel, reaching up to the sky. It all depends on how you're feeling in the shoulders. Remember to pad that left knee. Sink into this right hip. And then also you have the option of cycling through all 3. And do that 3 times if you choose to cycle through. And then hands back on the earth. Exhale, bend, keeping that bend in that left knee. Let's begin to reach back with the sit bones. And as we do that, roll onto the heel of that right leg, coming into Hanumanasana, Ardha Hanumanasana. Now here, my friends, hands on the earth, or use blocks to lift the earth towards you. Blocks or large books, or anything that's steady and stable for you to rest on. So the blocks can be in different directions. Flat, we often call that baby bear, mummy bear. So baby bear, mummy bear, daddy bear. You can tell I work with children. Let's slide that right heel as far forward as you wish. Now, some of you may be able to go into Hanumanasana completely. So in case your option to do that, I don't. So I'm staying here. You can also place a bolster underneath your sit bones. 3 breaths here. And then let's slide that right heel back towards us, bend into that knee. And let's just take a moment here with that knee bent. Maybe you sway backwards and forwards here. And then releasing your blocks. If you're using blocks, keep them handy. Let's bring the hands back down to the earth and reach back long with that right leg. Stretch it out. Let's bring the right knee to the earth. Again, pad the right knee because we're going to be on this right knee for a while. Inhale, step forward with the left foot. Sink into this left hip. Hands on the earth or raise the earth towards you with your blocks. Yogi's choice. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, rise up. So root through that left foot and then strengthen all the way through the leg to rise up. Hands on that left knee for the moment. Lift your gaze parallel to the horizon. I'm feeling very warm now. Inhale. Now let's bring those elbows tucked in with Prana Mudra. Remember the T fingers extended, the others folded in and touching the thumb. Option here, keep your arms tucked in, reach parallel or reach up. Let's hold whichever option you're going to take for at least 3 rounds of breath. And then if you wish to cycle through, my friends, your option to do that. Inhaling to reach up, exhaling to hug in. Now let's bring the hands to the earth, melt back with the sit bones, roll through that left leg to come onto that left heel. Hands on the earth, hands on blocks. Yogi's choice, my friends. If you have feelings of discomfort in that right knee, be sure to pad it. And then when you're ready, you can begin to slide that left heel slightly forward. So they can move towards Hanumanasana. But remember here, we're all going to be where we are. We're just creating an extension or a leap with our body. We are not all built the same. And we often make the mistake that unless we can do this like fully extended variation, because that's all it is, a variation, then we are not practicing yoga or we're not very good at yoga. Yoga is a state of mind, not a state of body. 3 breaths here. And then begin to tuck that, slide that heel in towards you. And if you've got like I have a rubber mat here, so it comes with me. And then when you have your knee where you want to, your foot underneath the knee, perhaps a little rock backwards and forwards. Just releasing that leg. And then let's back along with that left foot. Stretch it out. And then by now, your knee is going to need a little bit of a relief. Tuck your toes, tiger 4 hands. Inhale, rise up into mountain Parvatasana. Sway here. Reconnect with your Ujjayi breath if you've not been using that constricted breath. Remember, you're making a ha sound. Closed lips. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. And So you exhale from mountain, coming into stillness. We're going to reach our shoulders forward and come over our wrists and then back into mountain. So first, just kind of backwards and forwards here, as if you're a swinging pendulum. You haven't moved very far, just a little bit of gentle extension. And then, my friends, let's bring the right knee down. Place the right hand under the heart. Turn onto the sole of the left foot and open up into side plank, Vastisthasana. So we're going to be supported here. We have that right knee on the earth. Left fingers reaching up. Also extend that left arm overhead for a little bit of variation here and create that length along the left side. Now, option to stay here, my friends, or to extend the right leg long. So you come into plank here, Vastisthasana. And also bend into that left foot and bring the left foot to the earth. That gives you a little bit more support if you go into Vastisthasana. So support can be that right knee on the earth and stay there. If you extend and then you kind of feel a bit tired, you can bring that left foot to the earth. One more breath here. Turn the heart to the earth. Whether you have your knee on and off, bring your knees to the earth. Sit back long. Sit back in child's pose, arms extended long. Option to bring the arms alongside your body. That helps to release the tension in the wrists, for example. Breathing deeply here. So you'll notice that you've moved into Ujjayi breath. Slightly heavier breathing. The more physical exertion you make, the heavier the breath becomes. And so the Ujjayi breath helps us to channel that, to make the most of that breath. So we still have some control over the breath. Lift the gaze, come back onto the knees here. So from here, my friends, again, let's lift up into mountain. Parvatasana. You know where we're going, we're going to sort of cycle through mountain and plank. And these do not need to be big movements. Hands can be on blocks here as well. So this movement can be as exaggerated or as minimal as you wish, my friends. One is no better than the other. One is no more advanced than the other. And those are the kind of myths that I love to debunk. And when you're ready here, let's bring that left knee to the earth and then drop the right foot completely on the earth here. So that right leg is extended here. Remember, I'm going to turn around so you can see my hip. I'm going to turn my back to you, my friends. And remember, you can use a block even here. Reach up the right arm. Ardha Vastisthasana. Now here, my friends, you can stay here if you choose. All right, let's extend that right arm overhead for just that extension. I really love that extension. Have your fingers in Prana Mudra. Middle and ring, middle and piece extended, ring and little folded, connected to the thumb. And then when you're ready, my friends, only if you wish, extend that left leg long. Now you can stay here. If it begins to feel too challenging, you can always bring that right foot to the earth. Your option, my friends. Open out the heart. We're summoning the courage of Hanuman. So as Hanuman was exploring the woods, the forests, he came across a young man, who was tearful. And he was looking and searching for a woman, his brother's sister, who had gone missing, Lakshman. And Hanuman came across Lakshman. My friends, I forget, I'll leave you in Vashisthasana. Let's bring our hands to the earth, bring the knees to the earth, and come into child's pose, arms alongside you, or arms extended long. And it was Lakshman, Ram's brother. Lakshman had been searching the woods, the forests, the valleys, and he had a gold bracelet that belonged to Sita. And so Hanuman decided to join the search. He met Ram, Lakshman's brother, the husband of Sita. And it was heard that Sita had been taken to Lanka by Ravan, the 10-headed demon monster. Now, Lanka was over the ocean, could not be reached. And so Hanuman took the bracelet and flew across to search Sita, so that if he did discover Sita, he could show her the bracelet and know that he was there, sent by Ram and Lakshman. So this is a story of searching and union. Inhale, rise up. Let's come back into table, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and then let's step forward with the right foot to come into low lunge. That left knee lifted on the ball of that left foot. Inhale to rise up. Hands in your Prana Mudra, my friends. Tuck the elbows in. Let's go where we were earlier. The elbows tucked in for the moment. Reaching out through that left heel. Arms parallel. Arms overhead. Tuck in, reach forward, overhead. Let's cycle through here 3 times, moving with your breath. Now tuck the elbows in, and this time we're going to hop a little onto that left foot and rise up into Virabhadrasana 3. Elbows can stay tucked here. Find your balance first, my friends. So take your time here. Perhaps you use the support of a wall. Perhaps those left big toe stays on the earth. Elbows tucked for the moment, and then let's bring the arms parallel to the earth. So reach forward with the arms as if you're leaping across the ocean. So Hanuman takes a leap across the ocean. Remember, this is the son of Vayu, the wind god. He can fly through the skies. And when he lands in Lanka, he hears the story of Sita being imprisoned by Ravana. And so he finds Sita, he returns her bracelet to her, and said he will be back with an army of monkeys to defeat Ravan, the 10-headed demon monster, and his army. So these are very mythical stories. These are the stories that we grow up with. Like fairy tales. They're the equivalent of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, for example, that have a mythological value and are embedded deep into the traditions, the faiths, the religions of India. Exhale, tuck in the elbows and bring that left foot to meet the right foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, hands reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward, coming down to the earth. Take a moment here. And then let's step back long with the right foot. Low lunge. Inhale to rise up into high lunge. Jnanasana. Tuck in the elbows. And then, my friends, let's reach forward, arms parallel to the earth. So we're going to cycle through here. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, tuck in. Reach out. So when Hanuman returns to the mainland, he prepares an army for battle. And they build a bridge first to reach the island of Lanka, battling demons, and then through the forests of Lanka until they are able to defeat Ravan, the 10-headed demon monster. And Sita is no passive person in this story. She finds ways to free and liberate herself. She leaves trails so that she can guide the army to the seat of Ravan. Let's now hop slightly onto that right foot. We're going to balance here and move into Virabhadrasana 3. Keep the hands tucked, elbows tucked in for the moment. And then when you're ready, reach out the arms long. A leap of faith here, a leap of love, a leap of courage. Sita's was able to, with her intelligence, keep Ravan fearful, keep his army at bay. Now, my friends, bring in the elbows and bend into that right foot and bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, reach overhead. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Take a moment here and forward fold. Allow the back of the heart to open, so create lots of space between the shoulder blades. Perhaps you take your hands to the back of your legs. Sita shared the plans of the palace, Ravan's palace. So strategically, she played a great role in this battle. Let's bring the hands to the earth. Step back with the right foot. Step back with the left foot. Let's come into mountain Parvatasana. Bring the knees to the earth and come back into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. Now here, my friends, we're going to bring our hands into Prana Mudra. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open out the arms. So let's create a little seated twist here. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. And then bring the right hand to the left knee. Keep that left arm reaching back. Open out the right arm again. Reach up, back center. Exhale, open out to the left. This time the left arm reaches forward, the right arm reaches back. And again, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and right arm reaching back. Open out the arms. Inhale, reach up, turn to center. Take a moment, hands on the earth. Tuck your toes, rise up in mountain. And now, my friends, let's step forward. Reach back right with the right toes and then step forward. Rise up into warrior one. So left heel on the earth, 45-degree angle. Bend into that right knee. Elbows tucked, Prana Mudra. So we know you know where we're going here. Reach up. And then exhale, open out into warrior two. Gaze over the Prana fingers. So creating this Prana Mudra over the right hand and gazing over the middle finger here. Options here to bring that right forearm onto the right thigh. Hand, left arm reaches up and over. The other option is to bring the right hand down to the earth onto blocks. So you'll be in extended side angle. Theta Parshavottanasana. Elbow, right forearm on the right thigh or hand on the earth. And then from here, my friends, we're going to power up. Inhale to rise back into warrior two. Turn into warrior one. Folding the elbows. Let's bring the hands to the earth. Pivot slightly on the ball of that foot and step back into mountain Parvatasana. Bring the knees to the earth. Untuck the toes. Sit back in Vajrasana. Let's reach up with the arms. This time, bring the left hand to the earth behind you. Right arm reaching up. And then gentle back bend. Option here to tuck that right forearm at the lower back or support that lower back. Open the heart. Exhale, bring that right elbow in, tuck it in. Bring the right fingertips to the earth, reach up with the left arm in Prana Mudra. And again, gentle back bend. Option here to bring that right forearm to support the lower back. Exhale, hands to the earth. Rise up in mountain. So you can see how we're creating this energy in the heart space. Feeling of air element in the heart. Keep connecting with the Ujjayi breath here. Reach up with the left leg and then step forward to come into low lunge and then rise up into high lunge. Let's release that right heel. So we come into warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Elbows tucked in here, my friends, first. And then reaching up. And then, yes, open out into warrior two. Mahavirabhadrasana, hands in prana. Turn to face you. And when you're ready, my friends, left forearm onto the left thigh. Reach up and over. And Ravan, the 10-headed demon king, every time a bow, an arrow was released by a bow, a new head would grow up wherever the arrow struck. It was not until the golden arrow of Brahma was used that and landed in the heart of Ravan, the 10-headed demon king fall. And so Hanuman and Sita and Lakshman and Ram defeated the demon king. Option to remember here, left hands on the earth. Your variation of the Theta Parshavottanasana. And then power through to rise up into warrior two. Come back to the direction that you're in, my friends. And then just bring the hands to the earth and step back into mountain. And bring the knees to earth. Come back into Vajrasana. Remember, seek the support that you need here, my friends. So this sort of rising up from the earth and returning to the earth. So we keep on grounding as well, because we're building up a lot of this Pran and Udan, this upward lifting energy. So we just want to ground every now and then during our practice of Vajrasana. Helps us to do that. It sort of bring us into equilibrium slightly. Exhale, fold forward into Balasana. Connect with Ujjayi breath. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. And the reason that Diwali is celebrated is that after the exile, because Ram, Lakshmana and Sita had been exiled from the kingdom, the city of Ayodhya was because of the jealousy of one of the king's queens. She wanted to have her son reign this kingdom, and so had Ram banished. And after the defeat of Ravan, this trio were Lakshman, Sita, and Ram welcomed back with rows of light, guiding their journey home, the path into the city. And that is why Diwali means rows of light. Inhale, lift up the head and bring your forearms onto the earth. Walk your knees away. And then let's come into Anahatasana, melting heart pose. So have your arms as wide as your mat if it feels uncomfortable. Keep bending your elbows. And you can stay fairly lifted up, or you can bring your eyebrow center to the earth. Melting heart pose. The hips are above the knees. If both arms extended feels too challenging, fold in one arm and have one arm extended, my friends. The eyebrow center can be resting directly on the earth, on a cushion, on a blanket, or on your folded arm if you are choosing to come into Ardha Anahatasana. If you have half melting heart, let's fold in the other arm and then extend the opposite arm. Breathe full-bodied breath here into the rib cage. And from here, my friends, from Anahatasana, bend into the elbows, bring the forearms so they're parallel, and then slide the knees away so you come into Salamba Bhujangasana, Sphinx pose here. Lift the crown. Have your feet wide as the mat with big toes touching. If this feels too challenging for your lower back, take your arms wide or come into Makrasana, crocodile pose, by placing the hands on top of each other and lowering the eyebrow center to rest on the back of the hands. And this is a much more gentle back bend. Three, four breaths here. Bend into the knees and lift the toes. Exhale, release the legs. Yeah. Lower the eyebrow center. If not already, take the arms alongside you. Palms face down. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower the right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower the left leg. Inhale, lift the right arm. Lower the right arm. Lift the left arm. Lower the left arm. Inhale, lift right arm and right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift left leg, left arm. Lower. Inhale, lift both legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, let's lift legs and arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift legs, arms, and eyebrow center. Salavasana locust pose. Hands can be in Prana Mudra here. Exhale, lower everything. Take a moment, and we're going to come into locust Salavasana one more time. When you're ready, my friends, inhale, lift from the earth. Let's hold here now. As you breathe, you might notice a gentle rocking motion. Exhale, lower onto the earth. Bring your hands underneath your eyebrow center by bending into your eyebrow center, by bending into your elbows. Take a moment here. And then, my lovelies, let's roll onto the side, onto our right hip here. So onto the right hip, keep that right leg extended, bend into that left knee. And roll your right shoulder, and then begin to open. Just myself. Begin to open across the heart. Right arm extended, and take the left arm overhead. So as you rolled onto the right side, onto the right hip, bend into that left leg. So place that left knee on the earth. That gives you immediately some release in the lower back. And then extend that right arm underneath you and begin to open out the left shoulder, open out the heart. Taking the left hand overhead will help this. Lift your gaze to the sky. Supta Matsyendrasana. 3 full breaths here. Now, my friends, let's begin to roll onto our back. Use that left foot to bring it to the earth so that you can shuffle here. Onto your back, allow your back to align. And then if you're ready, you can extend that left leg long and take a moment there. If it feels too intense for your lower back, bend into both knees. This will ease the lower back. Let's align here fully. Perhaps you keep your eyes closed. Connect to the Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi pranayama. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Perhaps you repeat your affirmation in your home language. I am fearless and courageous in my search for liberation. My heart is courageous and compassionate. I serve to bring freedom to all. Let's bend into your feet and bend into your knees. Bring your feet to the earth and bend into your knees. We're going to move into bridge pose. Bandhasana. So bring the heels so that you can touch the back of the heels with the hand. Tuck in the chin. And then bend into your elbows so that you can press into your upper arms. Let's bring your hands into your Prana Mudra. Inhale, engage the core. Draw the navel to the spine. Squeeze the pelvic floor here, Mula Bandh. So engage the Mula Bandh, engage the Uddiyana Bandh. And then you've also got the Jalandhar Bandh if you keep your chin tucked in. So you've got the three great locks here. So imagine a canal with the locks. And so you've got the Mula Bandh at the pelvic floor, you've got the Uddiyana at the navel, and you've got the Jalandhar at the throat. So this is containing the energy. Inhale, lift the hips and pelvis. Press into the forearms. This will help to lift here. Now your options, my friends, to keep that bend in the forearms and keep your hands there. Another option is to reach overhead with both arms. You'll be in different places here, my friends. Keep the hips and pelvis lifting up. Imagine you are squeezing a block between the thighs. Press into all four corners of your feet. Keep the Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, and Jalandhar Bandh. Engage the Maha Bandh, the great locks here. Arms can reach overhead if not already. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha, the great bridge across the ocean. And then when you're ready, my friends, let's lower the hips and pelvis gradually. And curling the spine here. And then release the arms, release the locks. Align here. Closing the eyes. So always giving time for the body to transition, to adjust, especially when we're working with the spine. We want to really be able to feel that there are no constrictions of energy before we move into the next pose. Extend the left leg long, my friends. And we're going to roll onto that left hip and take that right leg across. Keep bending that right leg. Left arm is extended out. You can reach overhead with the right arm. Coming into Supta Matsyendrasana here. Reclined twist here. Gazing up towards the sky. Here for 3 breaths. And inhale, my friends, and return to center. Extend both legs long, arms alongside you, closing your eyes. And I invite you to stay here in Shavasana for 5, 10, 15 minutes. This will energize you and prepare you for the challenges, the battles, the celebrations, the festivals ahead. And when you are ready to rise, Remember to close your practice by chanting Om Hum Hanumate Namaha, and then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad, my friends. Dhanyavad. Diwali blessings to you all.